live.
Nothing.
What, nothing?
Come on.
Oh. Okay, there we go.
Awesome.
Okay, yeah, now we're live.
Okay, you guys are going to get a message from me because I just sent out the notification.
But damn the devil. Oh, wait, it's Trish. She said she's live. We better go watch her while.
Oh, yeah, she's cool. I like her.
Yeah, is it gonna...
You know, I heard that she's going to have Alvin and Wild Bill with her. That always makes for a good episode.
Yeah. Yeah, welcome to the Trish, Wild Bill, and Alvin show. Or should I say Wild Woman, Wild Bill, and Alvin Giggity Seville show.
Oh, yeah. And now we wait.
Yeah.
Alvin Giggity.
Hey, Richard.
Richard!
Sleepy Trish. Time for Betty Bye.
Well, I'm not sleepy. I'm just sorry you're in shit.
What in the world? What's going on here? There it is. There we go. Big man walking.
Yeah.
I don't see him yet.
I see him. Hey, Richard.
I wonder if the comments frozen
Yeah,
on here.
I don't know. I'm not getting comments.
Because if you look on YouTube,
Okay, I got Justin. Justin! Officer Justin in that house.
Yeah.
I'm still not seeing Caden.
That's Richard again.
He's there.
You were my first again with you and Raymond. Oh, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, baby.
Hey, Richard, I noticed you had on your Richard channel, you had a stream scheduled for like 1:15 or 1:18 today. I don't know if that was an accident or if you did that on purpose, but when you go to that video or that live stream, it still says waiting for Richard. I see Caden. Okay, I don't because I'm not, I don't know why, but my comments are not all popping up.
Yeah, if you look on YouTube, I could see Caden. I was gonna say dead man walking, but I don't know. I feel like I can't say it as good as you do, Trish. But but I feel like
Caden,
yeah.
Caden, say something so I can see if it pops up on my end.
Yeah.
I see you.
It was an accident. Oh, okay, Richard.
Interesting.
We're right back, guys.
Oh, okay.
You're pasting on the ground.
What?
Yeah, that's probably.
No, he's not blocked at all.
Oh.
I'm back.
Hi, welcome back, Wild Bill.
Thank you. Oh, before we get started, tomorrow night at 8, I'm doing a live stream, and I'm gonna try to do it on. I'm gonna try to do it on my regular channel, the channel that I'm under now. So, and it's just gonna be just about stuff. It's just gonna be like talking about like my writing and probably the holidays and all kinds of good stuff.
Oh,
There won't be
okay.
no rants or nothing like
I'd like to ask a favor. Okay, Justin, go ahead and ask. Well, Bill, don't let me forget, and I will announce it at the end of the stream tonight so that everybody will know.
Yeah. That actually reminds me. My video that I was gonna, I guess, premiere yesterday. I had rescheduled it for Saturday. So I'm supposed to premiere the video at 10:15 on Saturday.
No, you're fine.
Morning or not?
Oh, at night.
Oh, okay. That's
yeah. Well, it's for the regular time. It's just there was kind of a family drama last night. So
okay.
So yeah. I mean, sorry for any inconvenience, I guess, but yeah.
That's all right.
But yeah, I was thinking about. I mean, if possible, you could announce that tonight at the end of the stream or something.
Okay, just don't let me forget. And if I forget, jump in there and announce it.
Okay. And I mean, I'll probably also be posting, I guess, the video link in the fan club or something, or on the
okay, that sounds good.
Yeah, Tripsource page or something. So.
Well, do it on both.
Okay. Yeah. So is that best to do it on both? Because I don't know, I don't want like multiple posts or something the same thing.
Well, no, but if you're posting it in the Tripsters group and in my fan club with my permission, then you're better to get. You're more likely to get both. Because all members of my group is not all members of the Tripsters group.
Oh,
so that way you're getting all the fans.
Okay. Yeah, I've noticed that.
We're both here, but we ain't staying for Garth. Corey! Welcome.
Well, damn the devil, Saxon. I was checking now.
Saxon, the metal band Saxon.
Yeah. Also, I kind of want to thank you, Trish, I guess, for posting those videos in your fan club.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Because I didn't even know that those videos were anywhere online anyways, so.
I had to search long and hard to find those.
Yeah, that's why I was curious. How did you find them? Was you having help from Wild Bill or Robert or something?
No, I just kept searching and searching until I accidentally came across them.
Okay.
So what'd y'all think of the YouTube version of the song?
The YouTube version?
Huh?
I don't know what you're referring to.
Oh, YouTube version of my song. I'm sorry, I must have cut out.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, we were talking about Garth and his videos, and you said that, and we thought you were talking about Garth.
Okay.
No.
And by the way, I freaking love that song. I love it.
Oh yeah, that's a very good song, Wild Bill.
Thank you.
One of my favorite YouTubers. The channel covers NFL football games called Bart Simpson. The channel has 22.6 thousand subscribers. Subscribe if you would, please. I don't know. I have to check his channel out first and see if I like it.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. You know, to be honest with y'all guys, I think this is like one of the weirdest covers he's ever done.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, got a fresh coffee to start the stream, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
And that was our coffee.
Inadvertently restarted my computer. Whoops. That's all right. It happens to the best of us.
Yep. What you got in that coffee there, lady?
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Saxon. He said he loved my hat. Yeah, I'm wearing a Santa hat since this is probably going to be the last, I guess, stream that I'm featured in before Christmas. But I am kind of hoping to do a stream of my own, I guess, before the end of the year, but it'll probably be right before New Year's Eve or something.
Okay.
But right after Christmas, so I'm still trying to think of what I'm going to talk about on the stream, but yeah.
Who remembers the TV show Alice? Oh, I remember Alice. Kiss my grits. Oh, and thank you, Justin, for the link.
No.
Oh, God said a little prayer this time for the rehash again.
For the what?
So stuff to resell again to all his fans. He asked the good Lord up in heaven, let them buy it all again. So 3 more of my CDs will go diamond. Love that show. Been watching it on cable. Oh, nice. I didn't know they put it back on.
I got it for you, Trish. It's just 7 diamonds and all our gear online again. Because you know, and all our gear in the rental van. It was like 7 diamonds and all our...
Yeah, I was wondering.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, so is that supposed to be a segue to start the review or what?
And welcome.
Welcome to Studio Demas, like Garth or something. I don't know.
Okay, yes, we can get cranked up if you want.
Yeah. Well, Studio Hootagness.
Okay, guys, this is welcome to Studio Blah. Anyway, okay, tonight we are doing a track-by-track and video review of Garth Brooks' 6th studio album, and there it is, Fresh Horses. That's the one, Wild Bill is holding it up. And it was released in 1995, and it comes with, oh, wait, maybe I should rephrase that. There were 2 videos released for this album.
Yeah.
But technically, in all, there were 5.
Yeah.
2 songs, 5 videos.
Yeah.
Because one song has 3 different versions of the video, and the other song has 2 different versions of the video.
Yeah, which is crazy, but I'll be honest with you, I don't know if I've seen all 5. I've probably seen like, I don't know, But
Just wanted to drop in for a visit. But Corey and I are going to hang out. Oh, okay. Well, you guys have fun.
yeah, see you later, Saxon.
Just quick question. Which videos are you talking about?
The Change and To Make You Feel
Sing
My
that
Love.
one. There's more than one for The Change?
Yep, there's 3 different versions.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. I've
Yeah.
only ever seen
Okay, that shows you that
but I know
we haven't even got to that song yet, but
No, it's okay. We can go ahead and discuss videos. The Change has 3 different versions of the video. And if you bought, get in the Wayback Machine, this VHS tape,
Mhm.
it comes with 2 versions of that video.
Okay.
wow.
Okay. One is Garth standing in front of those 3 humongous screens singing the song. And on those screens behind him, you see footage from the Oklahoma City bombing. Okay. Now, in the first version, you see him pretty much the whole time, and the screens behind him have all that footage on it. In the second version, you see only that footage. There is no Garth except for you hear him singing.
Oh.
In the third version,
that's the
you
version.
see him, some standing there singing, and close-ups of the footage behind him.
Wait, isn't that the
It goes back and forth between him and the footage.
Okay. Yeah, isn't that the version that you actually like posted the link to?
Yeah.
Because I think that was that version that I watched. So
yeah. So technically, there's 3 different versions to that video. Why, I do not know.
Yeah, but I'll be honest with you. I mean, we haven't even got to the song yet, but I do want to say that is one of my favorite concepts for a music video. I actually love the idea of like an artist singing a song with like footage like being shown around or something. I don't know. I've always liked that concept for a video, even though it's very simple. But in my opinion, it looks kind of cool. So.
Ramon, welcome to the party. I only know 2. I only know those 2. Okay. Now, the other one that has a video, the other song, was not originally on the album. It was on the one that was released in the box set. Okay, that was the bonus track. And yes, this was an actual bonus track inside the box set. And it has 2 videos. And it's To Make You Feel My Love. And the original video had Garth walking around in that house and posing and stuff, along with footage from the movie Hope Floats. Okay, the other version of the video is just Garth walking around that house posing and stuff, and there is no footage from Hope Floats.
This may sound crazy, but I don't even know if I've seen that movie. Is that bad? I don't know if I've seen Hope Floats.
It was actually the first time Garth had ever, in his entire career, had a song in a movie.
Oh.
Yeah. He's only done it twice, and that was the first time.
Okay, that was actually my next question. How many times has Garth's songs been featured in a movie or something?
Twice.
Twice. Okay.
And the second time was in Frequency.
Oh. Oh.
Yep.
And it was a song from his Scarecrow album.
Oh, okay. Like I haven't even listened.
It was kind of after he retired from touring. They got him to do a song for that movie, Frequency. But the deal he made with them was it cannot appear on the soundtrack. And it only played as the credits rolled at the end of the movie.
Ooh.
But the fans liked it so well that he ended up putting it on the next album he released, which was Scarecrow, the one he released after he retired. Can you name that song?
What?
Ain't it When You Come Back to Me Again, right?
That's it.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
the one.
Oh my God! Like we haven't even got to that album yet, but I'm wanting to talk about that song for some reason.
Well, that's on our next album review. Damn
it. Okay. I don't know. It's just that on the nostalgia just kind of got to me real fast. So. I mean, I'll have to listen to it again to really come up with an opinion.
No, honest to God, that song got so popular that how did it happen? A DJ from a radio station actually kind of recorded it in the theater and was playing it, his recorded version, on his radio station.
Yeah.
And it got really, really popular. And Garth actually stepped up this time and said, well, if the fans like it that good, I'll go in and make a recording of it for the radio station. So he went in the studio and recorded it and sent it to the radio stations.
Yeah. But I guess this may show you just how much of a Garth fan I really am, or less a fan I am, if that makes sense. But the only reason, I think the first time I actually heard that song was actually when it was put on the Ultimate Hits. So that's one reason why. So because I listened to his Ultimate Hits album a lot back in like 2007, 2008 when it first came out, and I was like obsessed for a while. So. And that was one of the songs that for some reason I still have memories of like listening to. So I'm assuming I must have replayed that one a lot for some reason.
I don't know, but that Frequency movie, I like that movie so good that I bought it. And I didn't even buy it because Garth had a song in it. I just like the movie that well.
Yeah, now that you're talking about it, it makes me actually want to see that movie to see if I've actually seen it before. I'll probably remember it, but it's just when it comes to movies and stuff, I did used to watch a lot of movies with my mom. So there's a chance that I once watched Hope Floats with my mom or Frequency. So, I mean, because the titles do sound familiar. It's just I can't remember like actual scenes from the movie.
Yeah. The guy that starred in the movie is the same guy that played Jesus in Passion of the Christ.
Oh, okay. I remember that movie, Passion of the Christ. So.
Oh, you're talking about the Frequency movie? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I was confused at first when you said Frequency, because I don't know. I was like, is that another name of another song or?
Okay, Track video review of Garth Brooks' 6th studio album, Fresh Horses. Track number 1 is called The Old Stuff. Now, basically, this is Garth talking about what it was like when he first started trying to get a record deal, touring, in a little bus and playing all these little dives and all the hard work that it took and the running around that they had to do from town to town, and trying to get a career. And even though it was a lot of hard work, it was still loads of fun. And basically the gist of it is, even now when he plays the old stuff, the fans react and make him feel like it's new. He still has just as much fun as he did back then. Because that's kind of the tagline is, you make me feel like the old stuff is new. Now, personally, I like this song. Okay.
Okay, good to know. It's not the one you hate.
No, it's not the one I hate. I think it's a good song. I think it's got a good beat. I love the intro to it, even though I was making fun of it earlier. But I think it's just a really good song, and I think it was a really good way to start the album. So I would give it 4 stars.
Okay.
Wild Bill, what do you think?
Yeah, it's really a cool song. It's funny. I actually catch myself sometimes. I'm working or something like that, and I actually catch myself singing this song sometimes. And because it's just a catchy tune, and it's one of the ones I remember off this album somewhat. And I think one of the reasons is because when I first saw Garth the first time, I think he had just came out with 7 or whatever, and so that's one of the reasons why I remember the song so much, because I remember when the line was, well, I prayed that Detroit goes wild tonight. It was like I prayed that Charlotte goes wild tonight or whatever. So it was like, so it was pretty cool. Like first time I got to see him live, and that song's just always kind of stuck in my head. So so it's cool. I'd give it like 3 stars, something like that. I like it. I mean, I'd probably give it 4. I don't know.
Alvin. Okay. And yes, Richard, you were right. It was When You Come Back to Me Again.
Okay, but yeah, just like Tris, I really like this song. I actually think it was a good opening to the album, and it actually kind of got me pumped. And just going through this album, I mean, I felt like this was a pretty solid Garth album, if that makes sense, especially starting with this song. I was like, this is the type of song that Garth really needs to start his albums. I mean, I know everybody would agree, but I actually really enjoyed this one. Not to mention, I've always loved like the whole comparing like old stuff or making old stuff new again, like that kind of concept in the song. So yeah, it actually kind of made me feel nostalgic even when you said that, even though but I mean, funny thing is, I don't know if I've actually heard this song before until I listened to this album for this review, because I don't even think I've actually ever listened to this album all the way through before. I think I only heard like technically the hits. I mean, like I said, so but yeah, but I would actually give it like 4 stars. So I mean, just like Tris, so it's a very solid start to this album. So yeah.
I agree. Stars?
4 stars, just 4 like stars. You.
Oh, yeah. Robert, you're okay? Welcome. I mean, Robert, welcome. We're just starting the first song, so you're just in time. And we all like the first song. Would you like to give us your opinion of song number 1, Robert?
Yeah, the old stuff.
Oh, Justin gives it 4 stars. Nice.
Yep.
Now let's see what Robert says.
5 stars. Robert says, I love the song and the story it tells. 5 stars.
Nice.
5 stars. Yeah.
Okay. So the old stuff was liked by everybody.
Yeah.
Well, Bill, would you like to give us track number 2, Cowboys and Angels?
Yes. Right. Track number 2 is called Cowboys and Angels. And I love this song. It's one, just like I said, everybody knows I love a good cowboy song. So this song is pretty much about, it kind of, in a way, it kind of tells you, it's almost kind of funny, like, almost kind of tell you the story of Adam and Eve, only it's a cowboy to a certain extent. And it's like, so when God saw the cowboy was lonely, he gave him a woman, he gave him an angel to, spend the rest of his life with. But the angel was a woman, and it's like, That way he'd never be alone. And you know how they say behind every cowboy is a good woman or whatever, and it just pretty much tells about the relationship and how it's like they're leather and they're like salt of the earth meets heaven leads grace. Cowboys and angels tested and tried. It's a long way to heaven, but a hell of a ride.
Oh
You
yeah.
know? So it's so I just love the story that it tells. It's a really good song.
Oh, I just saw this. Richard said that first song was, in his opinion, the best song on there.
There you go.
Okay, Alvin, your opinion?
Oh, Cowboys and Angels.
Uh-huh.
I actually really enjoyed this one, and I actually love how it starts, like the intro, like because it was pretty much a continuation of like the story of Adam and Eve and stuff. Like on the eighth day, God noticed a problem, for there below him stood a cowboy alone. So I mean, I actually really enjoyed this one. So it was a solid track too. When it comes to like stars, though, I feel like I'm like 20. I feel like I actually want to give this one maybe like 4 stars, just like the first one. But yeah, this song was actually really enjoyable. So let's just say Garth didn't put me to sleep yet by track 2.
That's always good.
Yeah. So what's your thoughts, Trish?
Well, wait. First, let's get to Robert. Said he liked this song, but not a real favorite on the album. He gives it 4.5 stars, and Justin gives the second song 3 stars. I think it's a good song. I think it's a good story, and while Bill pretty much covered it on what it's about, I do like the fact that he goes on a little bit more and talks about how even this day and time, the woman that's with a cowboy that sticks with him is pretty much just an angel. Even now.
An angel.
Yeah.
It's a good story. It's a good song, but it's not something I would play over and over and over. So I would give it 3 stars.
Okay. Yeah, that's basically kind of how it feels. So even though I gave the first 2 songs 4 stars, I still like the first track more than this one. I feel like I need to specify, but yeah.
Yeah. Now, Alvin, you have the next song, but before I hand it to you, let me say this one thing. This is the song that was a rewritten version of an Aerosmith song, and Steven Tyler helped Garth rewrite the lyrics. And it's also the one that country radio would not play because they said it wasn't country enough. Okay.
You want to know something crazy, Trish? I was actually going to be saying that information. I had the information in front of me.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. Track number 3 is called "The Fever." Now, I actually really enjoyed this song, and I'll be honest with you, my sister is an Aerosmith fan, so I've actually heard the Aerosmith version as well. So I don't know. I actually really enjoyed the song. I didn't notice that when listening to the song for the album. I mean, I've heard the song before though, but even so, it's just when I guess reading the lyrics and stuff, where I did notice that there were lyric changes, and that's when I found out about the lyric changes and everything. But yeah, so I actually really enjoyed this one. I actually love Garth's like high energy music, and this was kind of like one of those high energy songs. So I feel like I want to give this one 4.5 stars. I mean, it's really close to 5 actually, but I don't know. It's a very enjoyable track. So this one definitely kept me awake listening to the album until like a later song on the album. But yeah.
Holy crap. Is that true?
What?
Justin just said Chris Ledoux also did The Fever as well.
Yes, he did. I was fixing to say that actually when he got done.
Okay.
Oh, okay. See, I had no clue. I did not know that.
Okay.
That is awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So what are your thoughts, Tristan?
Okay, hang on.
Okay.
Okay, I freaking love this song. I do. The high energy, the lyrics, and dear God, when this man performs it live, it's amazing. I love it. I love everything about it. And this one, yes, I will give 5 stars.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, I was torn.
Oh,
4.5.
I should probably tell you what the song is about.
Oh yeah, you're like you're ready to pass it over.
It's about a cowboy, and it's basically, and honestly, I think this is a cowboy-based album because there are several songs on it that are about cowboys. But basically, to me, I take it as a song that is about a cowboy who only wants to ride. And I'm assuming he's talking about bulls and how much he loves it and craves it, and that's all he wants. He can't ever imagine doing anything else but riding in the rodeo. And it is the most high energy song on the album. It's the most, I want to say the most fun song on the album, but there's another one that I really. Anyway, moving on. I will give this song 5 stars. Okay, Wild Bill, give us your opinion.
Okay. I love this song. It's probably one of my favorite songs off the album. And like I said, it's the cowboy song. And just playing on for a second on what Justin said. Chris Ledoux does the song, and anybody knows me like most people do knows how big of a Chris Ledoux fan that I am. But I will have to say that Garth's version is better. And it's not that Chris doesn't do the song good. It's just that Garth's voice, the way he sings it, is more fit for this song than it is Chris. It's not that Chris doesn't do a good job with the song. It's just I think that because this song reminds me a lot of "Ain't Going Down Till the Sun Comes Up," which I think is kind of funny because they say this song wasn't country enough. You could, in a way, you could kind of say that about "Ain't Going Down Till the Sun Comes Up," which I just think at the time they didn't want to accept it because it was written by Steve Tyler, which is funny if you fast forward all these years when he did that thing that country show that he did or whatever it was, and he won that thing and come out with a country album. And then a few years ago he had a theme song to the PBR. Actually, now he has a theme song to the PBR, which is ironically. So how can this song not be country enough? Is what I'm trying to say.
Agreed.
And don't get me wrong, and like I said, I love this song, and I love both versions of the song, but I just think it fits Garth's voice a little bit better.
Yeah.
But it's nothing taken away, nothing from Chris, because anybody knows he's the man. If it wasn't for Chris, Garth wouldn't have a live show.
Oh, yeah.
You know? So, but yeah, I love this song. I'd have to give it like 4.5 stars, something like that.
Oh, yeah. And honestly, when it comes to it not being country enough, if you think about it, this is actually more country than Ain't Going Down Till the Sun Comes Up.
Yeah, true.
And Robert loves this song and the rowdiness of it, and he gives it 5 stars, and he would highly recommend it to anyone who hasn't listened to Garth before. And Justin gives it 5 stars. And Charles, welcome to the party. Oh, it's all right. Long as you make it, we don't care if you're late. Oh, and I'm pretty sure I did this before I went live, so I'm going to do it one more time for those who may not know. If you have the album, if you look right there, Garth's face is actually reflected in his own eye.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that is a really cool.
Okay, song number 4. It is called That Old Wind. And this is a story song. Okay, and it starts out with a woman dropping her kid off at school and then driving on to work. And on her way there, she hears the DJ on the radio say, because he's playing a song, and she recognizes the voice. And then the DJ's voice comes on and says he's back in town tonight for one last show. And she starts thinking back to 10 years ago when she met him at a county fair. And they had an amazing night together. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, baby. Look at the go.
So basically, they hung out and then ended up sleeping together.
Yes.
And now he's back. And basically, the marquee where he's playing misspells his name, so almost nobody comes to his show. But she's there. And the two of them don't care that almost nobody showed up because they spend the night together again. Okay, now the thing is, 10 years ago when this happened, he was getting ready to go on the road because he's a singer. And he asked her to come with him, and she turned him down. Okay, well, now they spend tonight together now, and the next morning they're facing the same decision. He asked her twice to come along, and they said goodbye at the break of dawn.
Ooh.
Okay, here's the thing. Garth was asked about this song and whether or not she ends up with the man or not. And Garth said, yes. The only thing that throws me off on that is they said goodbye at the break of dawn, which makes it sound like he left. But apparently, according to Garth, the songwriters wanted to insinuate that he had stayed by saying, oh God, let me think of the lyrics, guys. And as the bus left out, she cried with him standing by her side. So that's supposed to be him standing by her side. But it still makes no sense that they said goodbye at the break of dawn.
Yeah. So is this another lie to the Hutad lie book going?
Well, no, I don't think it is because Garth didn't write the song.
Okay.
And according to him, the songwriters were trying to insinuate that he had stayed. And then there's one more part that comes in right at the end where he says someday he'll tell her about the money he hid, and someday she'll tell him that the boy is his kid. But for right now, they're both in love. The only thing they're thinking of is that they're finally where their hearts have always been. So basically, according to the songwriters, or according to Garth saying what the songwriters told him, the guy is supposed to have stayed with her. Okay, first, this is an absolutely beautiful song. I fell in love with this song the first time I heard it back in 95. Okay, and maybe I just interpret it wrong because it sounds to me like he left. But maybe I'm just taking it wrong because of that one line, and they said goodbye at the break of dawn. But the thing is, I swear to God, I can't help but think it. When he says, someday she'll tell him that the boy is his kid, if he is not able to figure that out on his own, okay, he is a complete dumbass. Okay? Because they slept together 10 years ago. Okay, now fast forward 10 years, he comes back to town. She's got a 10-year-old kid.
Like,
well, she
it's like right
a month later.
Yeah, it's like right in front of you.
Yeah, it's like right in front of you. Okay, but honest to God, even though it can get a little confusing there at the end, it is a beautiful story, and I absolutely love it. And I would give it 4.5 stars.
Okay.
Had it not been a tad bit confusing there at the end, I would have given it 5. Oh, Justin likes it. He gives it 7 stars. Okay. Robert loves the story in this song and could listen to it on repeat. It's that good. I'll give it 5 stars. Okay, Robert gives it 5 stars. And yes, I actually could and have listened to it on repeat before. Wild Bill, your thoughts?
It's a really good song. My interpretation of that is when I see it, when you're talking about those lines in the song, and it's talking about they said goodbye at the break of dawn. I think when I see it, he looks at her and says goodbye, steps on the bus, right? Looks at his band and crew and says, "I'm staying." You mean even though the song doesn't say that, and then he turns around and walks back off the bus, and then that's when you hear says when the bus pulls away, he's standing by her side. So I think what they meant was he was originally going to go, but then at the very last second, it was like, what's worth more to me, this or that? Because I can have it all today and it'll be on gone tomorrow, but I could have a family that'd always be there with me. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of one of those things, and I think that but I do get what you're talking about. It can be confusing, but when I hear that, that's what I think of anyway, and it's probably one of the best songs on the whole album, and it's just one of those songs that I don't think anybody else could do this song and do it justice, to be honest with you. And I would have to, and like you said, it's very rare, but I think I'd give this one 5 stars.
Nice. See, when I originally heard it and it said with him standing by her side, I thought he was talking about the kids standing by her side.
Yeah.
But yes, I like that interpretation. Originally, he was going to go, and then he decided, no, I'm going to stay. I like that interpretation.
Yeah.
Alvin?
I actually really enjoyed this one. This one, I actually love story songs, especially stories like this. Like not to mention, I actually want to point that out. Garth actually can tell a pretty good story in his songs, whether he's the writer of the song or not. But yeah. So even though this song actually was written by Garth, but still, it's just I actually really love his story songs. So I mean, there's a few of the story songs that I guess I kind of haven't liked in the past, like past reviews that we've done. But yeah, this is actually one of his better story songs in my opinion. And I actually really love that, love the story. It actually makes me want to watch a movie based on this concept. So yeah, I would actually give this song 5 stars.
Nice.
I actually really enjoyed it. So I think it was when I got to track 4 is when I was like, you know what, this album is actually better than I expected, and I was only in track 4. That's why it made me want to continue on the album, and I'm glad I did, because I found a few favorites that I didn't have before. So, but yeah, this was definitely one of them. So yeah, 5 stars for me.
Nice. Okay. Let's see. Well, Bill, you want to give us the next one?
Let's see. What is it? Rolling, right?
Uh-huh.
I've listened to this song, but I haven't listened to it all at the same time. It's pretty much about she was born to a mother trucker, which I guess is I don't know if her mother or father was a truck driver, but it's pretty much kind of where it's talking about, like, she was raised in that life. So eventually, like, she becomes like that's the life she grew up in. So it's kind of like she followed in those footsteps or whatever. I mean, it's a good, to me, it's a good song. It's not one that I catch myself listening to over and over again. But it's not one of those songs where like if I was listening to it, I'd skip it either. It's just that I don't know. It just kind of feels kind of. It kind of has that Papa Love Mama kind of feel to it, but only it's not. It's a different song. But I think you're supposed to kind of get maybe that kind of vibe from it in a way, maybe. So I mean, it's a good song. It's not one of my favorites, but I don't skip it either. Like if I'm listening, like when I played my Legacy collection, when I listen to it, I listen to the whole album all the way through, and I never skipped, and I never like moved the needle and skipped a song. So it's like it's not a song that you can't listen to. It's just I don't know. It's not one that I would like sit here. If I was playing it on CD, I probably would skip it, but I don't skip it because it's not a bad song. It's just it doesn't interest me. I guess is what I'm trying to say. And I'd give it for the effort in the song and kind of the upbeat and everything. I'd give it like 3 stars.
Alvin?
Yeah. As weird as this may sound, I actually kind of agree with Wadley on this one. I actually I guess somewhat. I mean, I guess enjoyed listening to it. It wasn't like a song that put me to sleep or anything, but yeah, it's definitely a song that I guess you kind of have to be in the mood for, if that makes sense. But it's still a good song, and it does sound like a Garth Brooks song, so there's that. But other than that, it's just that was actually part of the lyrics that I thought was kind of funny. I mean, even though it probably wasn't meant to be funny, but I did love when he says, then she reached down and she kissed me. Lord, it knocked me to my knees, and I knew if I was gonna get naked, it's gonna have to roll up. I'm gonna have to roll up my sleeves. Like I actually love that line, so that's probably my favorite lyric of the song, and the one that probably caught my interest the most is probably because he mentioned the word naked in there. But I mean, because my mind always, like, I'll be honest with you, my mind's in the gutter most of the time. I'm not even going to sugarcoat that. So, but yeah, I actually, yeah. Well, I mean, even Shania Twain's song "Nah," I actually love it when she says like "cold and naked, lying on the floor." Like I actually really love that lyric. So yeah, but yeah, I guess it's kind of the same thing here. But yeah, for effort, just like Bob Bear, I mean, I would give it like 3 stars. It's actually a really listenable track. It's just like it just didn't really do anything for me, but it's still a good listening song. It's not technically one of my favorites, but yeah. So, what are your thoughts, Trish? Yeah, like this is the one you hate, isn't it?
I freaking hate this song. I hate it. It's stupid.
Okay, now this is gonna be. So I guess the songs that we hate. Okay.
Okay, listen to this. Wild Bill doesn't like it. You don't like it. I don't like it. Robert don't like it. He's like, not really a fan of this song. I'll give it 3 stars. Okay. I hate this song. And yes, I did listen to it all the way through. The first time I was listening to this album for the review. And then after that, when it would come on, I would go, nope, click, next. No, I literally skipped this song. That's how bad I hate this song. It does nothing for me. I hate it. And I don't have to say what it's about because Wild Bill nailed it. Okay. It's just stupid. But that's just my honest opinion. Okay. But I can't be all wrong because so far everybody that's commented on it has said don't like it, not a fan of it. I mean, he could have not put this on the album and I would not have been offended at all. It is the worst song on the entire album.
Wow.
In my honest opinion, okay?
I'm really scared of offending people when I get to the song I hate.
Okay. I will give it 1 star. There's a reason for that.
Okay.
Okay, and that's because it has 2 lines in it that I do actually like. And one is the one you just mentioned, Alvin. I knew if I was gonna get naked, I was gonna have to roll up my sleeves.
Yeah, that did kind of confuse me. Why? but I love how.
Wait. There's one more. And the other line that I really like in the song is, If you're tired, get on the sofa because the bed's no place to sleep. So just for those 2 lines alone, I will give it 1 star.
Now the reviews.
This song. God.
Yeah, now the review's getting interesting. I'm like really hyped up now.
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alvin, you're up. Song number 6.
Okay. Okay. Song number 6. Okay. Just make sure it's right track. Okay.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah.
Hang on, Alvin. Justin, we were talking about Rollin'. It's the 5th song on the album.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Even Robert said he wasn't really a fan of it. Okay. I just saw his comments. So.
Yeah.
But yeah. Track number 6. Now this song is called "The Change." Now I'll be honest with you. This is probably one of my favorite Garth songs of all time. I don't know why. Maybe I'm biased because it is about the Oklahoma City bombing that happened, and that's kind of really nostalgic for me. And it was almost like the first 9/11 before 9/11 even happened, and it happened in Oklahoma City, and I still remember all the chaos back then. In fact, my family and I actually went to see the federal building. I mean, or what was left of it, like a week after it had happened. And I was just like a little kid, so I didn't know how scary it was at the time. I just thought it was like, oh my God, like what's going on? But I was also like, I saw this place on TV or something because I remember watching it on the news and stuff. But just thinking about years later as an adult, I realized that was definitely a very scary time, and like people died, and in the whole Timothy McVeigh thing, like chaos. And I even still remember when he was like I guess executed and everything. And I don't know, it's just but I actually love the video. There's nothing I can really say that's bad about the song. I feel like everything that I have to say about this song, and even the music video in general, is good. And I didn't find out until today that there was 3 different versions of the video until Trish mentioned it. Because I mean, I think I only saw like one video, because I remember because I didn't own like a VHS tape or anything like of Garth, except for maybe one of his concerts, but. At the same time, it's just I remember CMT used to play this video a lot, and but yeah, I've always liked this song. I actually maybe some people might find this song preachy now because of some of the things that Garth, says in the song, especially now that I do feel like Garth is kind of a hypocrite in a way, even though he didn't write the song. It's just the line, the chorus. And I hear them saying, "You'll never change things, and no matter what you do, it's still the same thing. But it's not the world that I am changing. I do this so this world will know that it would not change me." And I feel like Garth has let the world kind of change him, or money change him. So in a way, he is kind of being a hypocrite, but at the same time, he didn't write these lyrics, but still. But yeah, it's a very good song, and I can't help but to give it 5 stars. In fact, I would probably give it 10. I mean, this song is one of the most nostalgic country songs for me because it would play all the time on CMT growing up. I even heard it back in the 90s when it was new. So yeah, 5 stars. So what's your thoughts, Trish?
Okay. See, Justin says he gives 10 stars to The Change, and Robert says he loves this song and he gives it 5 stars.
Justin gave it the same amount of stars I was going to give it. I said I did mention I would give it 10 stars as well. I mean, it's
okay. Wait a minute. I have to ask. Do you know where we can see the other 2 videos for The Change? Only one I've seen is the one on his DVDs. Robert, there is one in the fan club. I don't know if that's the one that's on the DVD or not. You'll have to look at it and see. Other than that, no, I don't know where you can see them. The only reason I saw them is because one is online and the others are on this VHS. I have to say, I love this song. It is a beautiful song. And especially at the time he came out with it and what he chose to use the song for made it even bigger and even more beautiful. Just the fact that he represented the Oklahoma City bombing in the video made it heart-wrenchingly beautiful. It really did. I need that VHS.
Yeah.
The lyrics to the song are absolutely beautiful, and one of the reasons I still love it so much is probably because of what it represents, and because it came out before Garth's full Hootad was showing, and none of us were aware what he was going to turn into. And we felt like he was coming from the heart when he sang it because of the footage he chose to use. And his vocal performance on this is absolutely amazing. I mean, to this day, it still blows me away to hear him hit those notes and hold them the way he does. And basically, it's about, even without the video, if you listen to the lyrics of the song, it's about reaching out and helping someone in need. Even if nobody else will, you can still reach out and help somebody. It doesn't matter what other people say. It doesn't matter how much tragedies in the world or will ever be in the world. That doesn't have to make you a cold-hearted person. You can still reach out and help somebody else. And if that's who you are and how you feel, then do it. Don't let the world change you as a caring person just because the world is a cold place and it's so full of hate and damage and just horrific acts like the Oklahoma City bombing and 9/11. So yeah, this is absolutely one of the most beautiful songs on the album. Basically because of the lyrics, but even more so because of what he chose to use it for. And yes, there is a video, and yes, there is 3 different versions of the video, but it basically shows you the same thing, and that is footage from the Oklahoma City bombing and the tragedy that was left behind and the chaos and how everybody is reaching out to help everybody else after the tragedy is over. And yeah, I would give it 5 stars. Even just because of the lyrics, I would give it 5 stars.
Yeah. Yeah, this is actually one of the songs you can listen to without the video. You don't even need visuals for it.
Because you have to remember, I heard this song before he made a video to it. Because I was listening to the album. Yeah. And when he performed it on the award show, and guys, I don't know if y'all remember this, but this was the first time people saw video footage. He did it on the American Music Awards. There were country music artists in the audience like Brooks and Dunn and Reba McEntire and Toby Keith. Yeah. And in case you don't get that connection, all of those artists are from Oklahoma. There was not one dry eye. Everybody in that audience was crying when Garth got done singing. And it's because he stood there singing that song at a microphone with a video screen showing footage from the Oklahoma City bombing.
Yeah. Did you watch that live, Trish? Like, actually, as it was being aired?
Yes, I did see that actually live. So, yes. Yeah. But 5 stars is what it gets from me. It's just extremely, overwhelmingly powerful.
Me and this cold weather ain't working.
Okay. But 5 stars from me. Wild Bill, your thoughts?
I would have to agree pretty much with just about everything both of you guys said.
You know, you guys have a niece, Lacey.
But I could also date this song and use it for 9/11 too. Honestly,
No,
for the tragedy of that, and like I said, it's just a beautiful song, and it's probably one of my favorite songs on this album. and just kind of saying couple of notes. That DVD, that VHS you got, that's actually one of the things I kind of wish Garth would release on like DVD or something. Which,
Yeah.
if that was a rehash he would do, I'd get behind that because that's something you very rarely can find. I see them once in a while on eBay, and they go for like god awful money. You know
Oh
what
yeah.
I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And so yeah, that would be something I'd definitely get behind on. Um, and I'm gonna say this, and I agree with y'all, a lot of y'all, on everything about Garth and the things he does. But I am gonna say one thing, and maybe it's me, and maybe I'm just fooling myself. But I honestly think deep down, under all that hootad that he has, and honestly, I think a lot of that is for show. Even though he does do some dumb stuff when it comes to like releasing stuff and stuff like that, but I do genuinely believe that there's a genuine guy in there. And because like when he was talking about here a little while back, he did that Habitat for Humanity thing with the Carters or whatever. Not everybody does that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And there's a lot of artists out there that could do that, that won't do that because they're selfish like that. And even though, I just honestly believe that there's a good person and a great person in there. It's just that when it comes to his career, he's a dumbass,
Yes.
and he does a lot of stupid shit. But as far I think as a person and actual, my thing is, and the reason I believe that is watching the documentary. And I honestly think he's kind of like an onion. If you peeled away all the layers of the hoop had and actually got down inside the core, I honestly believe that Garth is still there or whatever. It's just that he's done all this stuff because and and I honestly think maybe he does this because he feels like he's the only one that really. I think maybe he feels like if he controls his career, then he doesn't feel like he's getting screwed. Maybe, even though to a certain point, when he does the stuff he does, he's screwing his fans and his loyal fans. But I honestly think he does that thinking, okay, I control everything I do. I am the one that like has the best interest of what I do. So kind of going back, I honestly do believe, and when I listen to this song, even then and now, if he was to sing this song, I really do believe he's genuine when it comes to that. It's just that he's let all this ego stuff when it comes to his career overshadow the things he's done, like that beautiful song. And like I said, um, you could take that and put it with the footage in 9/11, and it would work the same way.
Yeah.
It's one of those songs that are timeless. It's like, and even if, I mean, in all the things that have happened in the last, say, 5 years with some of the school shootings and stuff, you could do it the same thing. And I honestly believe, like, I honestly believe that there's only a few artists, a few songs that ever come around that are just timeless. And Garth is one, and like this song and some of the songs he's done will forever be etched in like stone. And it's like, no matter how much people like just whatever thing, they'll this will be one of those songs. And I love it, and I'll give it 5 stars. It's actually one of the songs I listen to when I listen to this album. It's one of the ones I cannot play. That's just how good it is. So yeah, I think it's awesome.
Yeah, I actually agree with what you said. I think
Okay.
the Hootad is there, but it's mostly about what he releases and his career. When it comes to helping other people, he seems to have a heart in the right place. I know the one on the DVD doesn't have the man in the beginning, so that's the one I seen. Okay, here's that performance. Oh, thank you, Robert. Alvin, when Minnie came in, she thought you were Santa Claus.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
Oh my
because
God.
of the hat.
I didn't know.
Ho, ho, ho.
I just finished my last show of the year. If you happen to be near a Starbucks, get something on me. I just put $300 on the Starbucks card for everyone who is texting me to share. It'll be interesting to see how long it lasts. Holy shit!
What happened?
Philip DeFranco just messaged.
Oh.
Oh, you know how we're all signed up on the Shania Twain thing?
Oh, yeah.
And we get texts from her?
Oh, yeah.
I'm also signed up on Philip DeFranco.
Oh, wait. So Philip DeFranco's also in the text thing? Or?
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, see, I told you, almost all the celebrities are joining in this text fan bandwagon.
Yeah, I love it. Let's see. Let me make sure I've got everybody. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I think you introduced the next song, Trish. Or...
Oh, okay. Damn, I lost track. Thank you.
Well, that's what I was trying to figure out. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't help it. The change just goes into this whole atmosphere all on its own.
Yeah.
And I have to agree with what Wild Bill said about it being timeless. And it's going to be one of those ones that is going to last and is going to be timeless. Yeah. And, you know, honestly, I agree with the, you could put it with the 9/11 footage and it would be the same. I totally agree with that. But what I hadn't thought about was the school shootings. You're right, Wild Bill. That would work with that, too.
Yeah, it really would. See, that would actually... See, the change, if you think about it, would fit the world today. Like, Garth could literally re-release that song or release it today. It could still mean something. I mean, at least that's my opinion. Because that's... I mean, it's just... I just didn't know if you thought it was too preachy or anything.
No, honestly, I didn't. But I think that has a lot to do with when he released it.
Yeah.
What time it was in his career. What was going on in the world.
Yeah.
And what it represented. Oh, my God. I fell in love with it the first time I heard it. And honestly, I heard it on the CD before. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Back up. I heard it on the cassette. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, yeah.
On the cassette.
Yeah, baby.
Yes. Before I ever saw video footage with it, I heard it on the cassette.
So that definitely shows you that Trish was a Garth fan right from the get-go, like back when Garth was in his prime.
Oh yeah. Okay, track number 7. Beaches of Cheyenne.
Beaches of Cheyenne.
This was absolutely my ex-husband's favorite song by Garth Brooks. This is the one that when we were driving down the road in the car one day, and I constantly had the radio on, and he hears it, and he goes, oh, my God, that is such a good song. I love that song. We have got to get that. Do you have that? And I'm like, it's Garth. Of course I have that song. So, yes, it's actually my ex-husband's favorite song.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you even know your wife? Like,
I don't think, in his defense, I don't think he knew it was Garth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, basically this is a song about, well, it's kind of about a cowboy, but mostly it's about the cowboy's woman. And it's never specified if they're married or boyfriend and girlfriend. Either way, they're together. And he gets killed riding in the rodeo, and she finds out and absolutely loses her ever-loving mind. They say she just went crazy, screaming out his name. She ran out into the ocean, and to this day, they claim, and I love this, guys, that if you go down by the water, you'll see her footprints in the sand, because every night she walks the beaches of Cheyenne. The thing is, she went crazy and pretty much destroyed the house, and then ran out into the ocean, and her body was never found. And some people believe that she lived, and some people believe that she died. and that it's her ghost walking the beaches of Cheyenne every night. And I freaking love that idea. Okay. And here's the thing. One of the reasons that she went absolutely crazy and took it as hard as she did is because when they find her diary, according to her diary, they had a fight right before he left when he told her he was riding in the rodeo and she didn't want him to, and they got in a big fight about it. She said, then I don't give a damn if you ever come back from Cheyenne. And then he gets killed, and that's the last thing she ever said to him, and it drove her crazy. Okay, I freaking love this song. Yes, it's a tragedy, but it's written so beautifully that you can't help but just fall in love with it. Okay, so yeah, I would actually give the song 5 stars, even though it's tragic. There is this mystery left behind of, did she live? Did she die? How do you explain what people are seeing? How do you explain the footprints? I love that aspect of the song. So, yeah, that's the Beaches of Cheyenne. So, yeah, it definitely gets 5 stars from me. Wow, Bill?
Okay. I have some interesting tidbits about this song.
Okay.
Okay. It has been said by Garth that there's lines in this song or parts of this song that actually have to do with Lane Frost.
Oh, no way!
Because if you think about it, listen to this. It says, he was up in Wyoming and drew a bull no man could ride. He promised her he'd turn out, but it turned out that he lied. And their dreams, they had been lying in the California sand, died right there beside him in Cheyenne. People don't realize that that's where he died, with Cheyenne Frontier Days. And on a bull called, well, wasn't a bull nobody could ride. I mean, he rode the bull because the bull was called taking care of business. But the thing about it is people, I'm going to say one difference in the movie 8 Seconds and what actually happened is, in the movie, she's with him in Cheyenne when he dies. That wasn't true. She was actually on the set of a movie when he died in Cheyenne. She was doing some stunt work in the movie My Heroes Have Always Been Cowboys. Because they were filming that movie right at about the same time he died. And she actually found out because Tuff Hedeman called her and told her that he had died. And so there's kind of parts of the song that it's supposed to be based on Lane Frost and what happened to him in Cheyenne or whatever. So that's the I think that's kind of thrown in there, and unless you're a Lane Frost fan and you know those things, you don't understand it all, but it makes sense. It's kind of like a puzzle that you got to kind of put together. And so the Beaches of Cheyenne part is kind of weird to me, because if you think of Cheyenne or Wyoming, I don't even think there's no beaches in Wyoming, unless you would think of like a beach for, like, say, like a lake or something like that could have a beach on it or something like that. Because it's all, when I think of beaches, I think of like the east west coast and, like, parts of Texas and stuff like that, or parts of down there like near the Gulf or whatever. I think that's when I think of beaches. I mean, I guess you could look at it as if it's a big waterway in like Wyoming or something. You get like a beach part of a lake or something maybe, but that's the kind of confusing part. But it did say something about their dreams that they had been living in California. So I kind of take it that not only could it be him, but it could be like somebody else too. Like another bull rider select from California. But when you put it all together, I think it's supposed to tell his story, but it's telling another story too, and it's kind of all intertwined. And you just kind of have to figure it out, which I think is really cool. And I love this song. The first time I heard this song, I was just like, when I first heard this song, it didn't click at first, and then I got to researching the song, and I was like, damn, that sounds awful like how like Lane Frost when he died. I was like, and then I had heard like years later when somebody was talking to him about that song, he said that there's parts in the song that actually have to do with his death and stuff. So it was like so it's kind of weird. So I kind of got sidetracked on that, but it's a really cool song, and I'd give it 5 stars.
Oh, that's awesome. Actually, I didn't know that going into it, but whenever he talked about in the song, he drew a bull no man could ride. I always, with that line, thought of Lane Frost because I had seen 8 Seconds.
Yeah.
Robert loves this song, and he gives it
But damn.
5 stars. It's actually one of his favorite Garth songs. Yes. Alvin, your thoughts?
I absolutely love this song. The Beaches of Cheyenne. Oh my God. Like, I don't know. I feel like this is actually a Garth song I would recommend to people that are like non-Garth fans. I mean, like if they want to give Garth a listen, that besides like Robert or whoever mentioned earlier that they would recommend for non-Garth fans to listen to the Fever, or something. This is actually another song I would definitely recommend to non-Garth fans to possibly get the Garth fan, because this is actually one of those like story songs that I don't know, just really get your interest. Not to mention, I actually love the whole paranormal element of it all. Like, I actually love like mystery, like unsolved mystery type things, and I don't know, and there was like some gossip going around, like in the song, and I actually just really love it. I mean, I know it is about a tragedy and everything, and it is like really tragic, but this is a song that sounds like a movie. I mean, and not just any movie. It sounds like one of those like murder mystery, like with a little like paranormal elements. I mean, put in there, and I actually like. I think that's what makes me love the song even more. So I love everything about this song. I would I actually want to give it like 100 stars. Like, okay, this may sound crazy, and I guess kind of spoiler alert, but "The Beaches of Cheyenne" is probably one of my favorite like Garth songs of all time. Like, if I was to put make a top 10 list of my top 10 favorite Garth songs, you could definitely I would definitely put this song on that list. In fact, it would probably rank pretty high. And this song actually almost became like my number 1 favorite, except for another song that I heard for the first time on this album that I actually is kind of like trying to fight for the number 1 spot. I mean, so that's why I actually thoroughly enjoyed this album more than I thought I was going to. So believe it or not, there was a few songs from this album I actually played on repeat while preparing for these reviews. So, and this was definitely one of them. And so, yeah, "The Beaches of Cheyenne." Oh my God! Now this is the type of Garth music, Garth song, Garth story song, whatever that I always am into. Like this, I would probably put this in my top 20, top 30, top 40 like favorite country songs of all time. Like this, like in my opinion, is kind of an iconic country song, even though maybe not everybody has heard of it, but I feel like if you haven't heard of it or a song, then you must be living under a rock. I mean that's basically just how I feel, especially. I don't know. I feel like I'm rambling now, but I just really love this song. It's one of my favorites, and I don't know if you can tell, I was like storming when Trish was giving her rundown of the song, and then even while Bill, because I just like this was definitely one of the songs that I was like anxious to talk about. So, "The Beaches of Cheyenne." Now, this is just iconic, and I wish to God it had a music video. I really do. So yeah, just. This is what Garth is all about, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah. but yeah, 5 stars. I mean, so
Okay, so I guess everybody loved that song.
yeah.
Wild Bill, you want to give us the next one?
Yeah, this song is called "It's Midnight Cinderella," and believe it or not, I actually like this song. And the reason why I like this song is because it's a song that all women need to listen to. Because
Yeah.
there is no Prince Charming, and you're not Cinderella. Because just every, because I look at it like this, and I was explaining something and funny because it kind of ties into what I was talking to a guy at work the other day. He was talking about like women, and he was talking about like how they're crazy. And I looked at him and I said, "Well, you got to understand something." I said, "Nowadays, and 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 I don't mean this to be crude, but I look at some of the women nowadays, and their quality of guys have really gone down the fucking tube. I mean, like they would rather have a guy that sit on the couch, smoke weed, do nothing, and treat them like shit than to have a guy that'll go out and work, provide for him, provide for her, treat her like she's somebody, treat her like a queen actually, tells her he loves her or whatever. And when they get a guy like that, they don't know what the hell to do with him. So it's like they just like, oh, I don't know what it's like to have this, so I just got to get rid of it because it's not the normal thing. But the problem is you get told all these stories. Ever since they're kids, you get told these stories about Prince Charming and all this stuff. When really 99.5% of most guys aren't even like that. I mean, yeah, and that's the thing, and it's kind of like in the line where it says, I guess your Prince Charming wasn't after all, 'cause he sure seemed different right after the ball. I guess more than horses are turning into rats by the way he's walking. I guess I can guess where your slipper's at, right? So
Oh yeah.
the whole thing is, I think it was like, okay, come with me to this ball. I treat you great. And then once he gets her to the ball, it's almost like, okay, let's go do something else. And she's like, no, I don't want to do that. I thought you were supposed to be a nice guy, blah, blah, blah. And now she's finding out that, oh, my Prince Charming ain't Prince Charming after all. So yeah, I kind of love the way the song, and I'm like, damn, they need to he needs to release this and put it on every Disney cartoon there is or whatever it is, and it's like so they'll know the truth at the end of the movie or whatever. So I mean, it's not one of those songs that it's just like that blows you away, but in a way it's kind of a story song too because it kind of tells you the reality of what life is really like. So in that case, I'll give it like 3.5 stars because I really think it's a cool song and it's fun, and it's just like one of those songs that you can't help yourself but listen to, and it's like, yeah, I love that. So it's cool. So I don't know how y'all feel about it, but that's what I get out of it anyway.
Robert loves this song. To him, it's a fun song, and it's true with today's generation. He gives it 5 stars. Okay, Alvin, your opinion?
I actually really enjoyed this one as well. It's not Cinderella. I actually love the lyrics. I actually love how it opens, the whole intro, everything. It's Midnight Cinderella, but don't you worry, none. Peter, the pumpkin eater, or he's just forget. Like, I don't know, that's just really catchy in my opinion. I love how Garth says that song. So, yeah, definitely a really cool song. And I don't know. I feel like it's actually like one of the better songs on the album, at least when it comes to like songs that not everybody knows. Like I guess unlike songs like The Fever and Beaches of Japan and The Chain. So it's definitely one of those. I feel like it's one of those deep album cuts in my opinion. So, but yeah, I actually definitely enjoy this one. So yeah, I'd probably give it like 4.5 stars. So, but yeah, I mean, it's a really fun song. So yeah, so I mean, So, like I told you, I enjoyed this album more than I thought I was going to. In fact, I think I enjoyed this album more than any of the previous albums that we listened to. Even though there was specific songs I loved on previous albums, it just one was the one that had the most songs that I could actually only listen on the daily. So yeah. So I guess we can move on to the next track. One, I don't know.
Oh, I have to give my thoughts on the song.
Okay. Oh, I forgot. I thought you
Trying
introduced.
to skip me. I'll see how you are.
Yeah, because when we don't want Trish's opinion, we know she hates the song. Moving on.
Okay, it's Midnight Cinderella. I freaking love this song. It is so completely unexpected after everything else on the album that led up to it. It comes completely out of left field.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's funny. And it's something that I would never expected from Garth Brooks. I remember when I heard it for the first time, I was like, oh my God, what the hell is that? I love it. It's way too fun. And it's upbeat, and the lyrics can be funny, but also deep at the same time, which is amazing in itself.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll give the song 5 stars. I really do, because I love it just as much now as I did the very first time I heard it when the album first came out. It has lost nothing, okay? It is still just as good now as it was back then. And it is the most unexpected thing I think I ever heard Garth do, even to this point in his career. I mean, from then all the way up till now, I've never expected to hear something like this from Garth. So, yes, the song gets 5 stars, and I absolutely freaking love it. Oh, my God. Alvin, would you care to give us the next track?
Okay. Track number 9. She's Every Woman. Now, I'll be honest. I actually kind of dig this one. It's probably I guess not as fun as the previous track, but I mean I still really love it. I actually love the whole concept, and like she's fun and brain, she's fire and ice, a little crazy, but it's nice. Like, I don't know. When listening to the song, it actually kind of made me think of past relationships. I don't know. That's where my mind always goes sometimes, especially when I hear a song and the singer is basically describing a woman. Or, I mean, even this does feel like a male anthem in a way, so it could also be like that whole like praising the females in our lives, the women in our lives. But at the same time, it just makes me think of like previous relationships that I've been with a woman or a girl. So I mean, even growing up. So I mean, I just really love it. This is actually one of the songs that I was torn like when making my top 5. So yeah, this is why I was like, this song, like I don't know, it's that's why I was even telling Trish, I mean earlier before I even started the stream, how it was actually hard picking my top 5. So for this album, this was actually one of the songs I was torn between. So like would like more, it's Midnight Cinderella, She's Every Woman. I literally was juggling these 2 songs together because I felt like even though the previous song was a lot more, I guess, upbeat and fun, at the same time, I actually love how this album flows, if that makes sense. How it went from that song, even though it was unexpected, even though some songs were an unexpected sound from Garth, especially compared to like the previous track. But yeah, this is definitely a song that I actually really enjoyed, and I love the whole concept. And so yeah, I would give it 4. Between pretty much 4.5 stars, kind of like the last song. So yeah, definitely a good song. So I mean, surprise, surprise! I told you that I love this album more than I thought I was going to. It's better than I thought. So I felt like it's one of Garth's better, and I mean better albums, if that makes sense. Not saying that all his albums are bad or anything, but yeah. But yeah, what's your thoughts, Trish?
Hang on, let me read Robert's. Robert loves this one. It's another favorite, and he loves the way that Garth talks about a woman.
For Toxic Woman.
And he gives it 5 stars. Okay. I absolutely love this song. I think it's one of the most beautiful things that I've ever heard. And it is basically, yes, a description of pretty much every woman ever.
Yeah.
It talks about how we are, and I can say that because I'm a woman, we are good and bad, okay? All rolled into one. We have our ups, we have our downs, but even at our worst, we're not that bad. Yeah. Now, I have to say, as a woman, I have seen some that, yeah, they are that bad. Okay.
Okay, that's crazy.
So I'm not going to defend every bitch in the world. Okay, but I will say, yes, we all do have a bitch mode. Most of us just don't stay in it.
Yeah. Well, you even said yourself, Trish, sometimes you can be the biggest bitch.
I can. And there are times that I can be the biggest bitch in the world, but then there's times I can be the sweetest, most loving, most caring person you'll ever meet.
Yeah.
Just depends on what mood you catch me in.
Yeah.
But as far as it describing a woman, I think it nails it. It's dead on.
Yeah.
And I don't know why that he chose to change the lyrics when he does it live.
Okay, I didn't know
But
that.
the end of this song, the original recording, as you hear it on this CD, is she's every lover that I've ever had, and she's every lover that I've never had. For some reason, starting back years ago, he changed that lyric to she's every woman that I've ever had and every woman that I've never had. He changed the word lover to woman. I don't know why.
Okay, that's
I prefer the word in that specific part. I prefer him say lover. It's, to me, it just sounds more beautiful that way.
yeah. But that's basically how I take it. So.
But yeah, I love the song. I think it's beautiful, and I give it 5 stars. Wow, Bill.
Cool. Yeah. I love this song too. And it's a powerful song, and I agree with everything you said. But I also look at it as if you find the one, and I'm talking about the one you're truly meant to be with, then she is that everything. She is the woman you've never had. She's the woman that you've had. She's every place you've never been, because if you truly love her and she truly loves you, you can be with her anywhere you want to be and be happy. And it just makes you think about, like, it's, to me, I've only ever said that once in my life. I'll probably never have it again. And for somebody who thinks of that, of someone that has been out of their lives for 20 years, and you still hear that song, and she's the one person that comes to mind, then yeah, it's one of those things where, to you, like, there is no other, so she's everything. And it's like, and I agree with what you're saying. And yes, maybe it does describe all women and us, but I just love it because like I said, it's like she's so New York, but then she's LA. So it's like she's like all these different women. Like, it's kind of like where that song Beach Boys, I wish they were all California girls. She could be that if you wanted her to, if you lived in California, or if you lived with her in New York, you lived with her in LA. She could be all those things, but then all of a sudden she could just be that one person that you fell in love with. So that's how I get the song. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's not what he's saying at all. But when I listen to it, that's how I think of it. And it's a beautiful song, and I agree with everybody else. I give it 5 stars.
Nice. Well, Bill, that was like the most beautiful description of that song. And yes, I think you just friggin' nailed it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's like, I did want to point out that I actually really love that line. Lord, she's every lover that I've ever had and every lover that I've never had. Like, I actually really love that concept, and I think it was because of that line alone why, I mean, even though that's like pretty much around the end of the song, that made me actually want to listen to it again. So I could. I felt like the more I listened to that song, the more I appreciated it, and that's one reason why it took me back to. Because even when I was in deep, like deep in my relationships, when I mean, because that's basically how I've always loved. I mean, like my girlfriend. So I mean, or when I'm in a relationship, and I love songs like that. It also kind of reminds me, even though this song came out later on, but it kind of reminds me of the whole concept that even though it was actually performed by an actual woman, but it kind of reminded me of Shania Twain's "She's Not Just a Pretty Face" in a way. I love female anthems. As weird as it sounds, even though I'm a guy and everything, it's just I love female anthems. But not just because it's a female anthem. It's more of describing a woman. Why I love women so much. Why, like, not trying to say that I'm a womanizer or anything, but yeah.
Okay. See, I did not know that, Robert. He also changed the line, "When she gets mad, you best leave her alone," to "It's best to let her be," when he sings it live. I did not know that.
Okay, now I got it. I feel like I need to see Garth perform this live or something. I don't know. I didn't know this about him changing lyrics again. So that's. But yeah, I love that line too because that's something like I kind of already knew that. Don't get on a woman's like bad side
No.
because she'll snap at you in a heartbeat and kick your ass. Yeah. But yeah, so I guess it's Anonymous. We all love that one.
Oh yeah, that one's unanimous. We all love that song. Okay, track number 10 is called Ireland. And this is a song about a battle that happened in Ireland. And it is a description of one specific group of soldiers that fought in that battle. And it is a story song. But I'm going to tell you something right now. This has the best intro ever. Just ever. And it is everything I can do right now to hold back and not do that intro.
Come on, Trish, put on a performance.
Because I can't do it justice the way Garth does, because he freaking nails it. But this is a great song. It's not something I could listen to on repeat. The intro I could listen to on repeat, but the full song, no. But it's just a great song. It's tragic because, spoiler alert, yes, they do die. But yes, it's a beautiful telling of what actually happened. But that has got to be the best intro I think I've ever heard, at least from Garth.
Yeah.
So basically, because I can't listen to it on repeat, I would give it 4 stars. But it's a great song. To me.
Okay.
Wow, Bill.
You know, it's funny. I have heard this song, plenty of times. And it was funny. I was just laying down the other day, just sort of kind of re-listening to this album for the review. And I don't know what it was, but I just don't know if it's the mood I was in or what. I listened to that song, and when that song was over, I was like, wow. I don't know if I've ever really like sat down and just like let a song just run, just listen to it and let the world fade away and really dig yourself down. And I was like, I just didn't realize how beautiful the song is and just how he does it. And I'm sitting there, and I had to play it again. Actually, I had to sit there and I didn't put it on repeat, but I hit the back button and played it again and listened to it. And I was just like, wow. And up to the point, I never really appreciated this song. It's not that I didn't think it was a good song. It's just maybe I never really gave it a chance in a context where I could actually just sit down and be like, I'm going to delve myself into this song and And when I did, I was just like, oh my god! I just didn't realize how good the song is. And like I said, it's not one of those songs I would sit back and listen to over and over and over again. But I think it's a great closing song to this album. With all the story songs that are on this record, it almost kind of like it's almost like the bookend to this record. And it's like, I don't know, man. I don't think he could have picked a better song, to be honest with you. And it's just a beautiful song. And I won't give it 5 stars because it's not, like I said, it doesn't have that replay. It's not a song I'd sit there and just hit repeat and listen to over and over and over. But I can listen to it like twice in a row and get the same feeling as I did the first time. But just the beauty and the way he delivers it, I'd give it like 4.5 stars. It's a really great song. And sometimes you don't realize or how much you appreciate something until you actually like sit down and just let it run through your being. And boom, a light comes on, and it's just like, wow, So that was cool,
Cool. Okay. Robert likes this song, but he can take it or leave it. He gives it 4 stars. Nice. Okay. Alvin.
Okay. I love this one. I actually love the intro. Like, this is actually it actually really surprised me when I heard this song. The first time, which I actually listened to it the first time while preparing for this review because I never actually listened to the song before. So I kind of like discovered the song and I was like, oh my god, like, why didn't I know? But like, I just really love like the intro, and it does seem like kind of an iconic like intro. I mean, Garth intro and everything, even the song. I actually love some of like a lot of the lyrics and but yeah, I actually love how like I feel like basically Wild Bill kind of like nailed it in the head. Like, I mean, because believe it or not, before we even started this review, before Trish like I guess sent me the invite to join the stream and everything, or before we even started the stream, I actually had just listened to the song twice in a row. So it's probably not a song I would like keep playing on repeat, but it's definitely a song that I can listen twice in a row. Oh, where'd Trish go? Or
we lost Trish.
Internet issues. Sit tight. Be right back. Okay. Yeah, I was wondering. Okay. Wait. Going back one song. Have you heard Ali sing "She's Every Woman"? I don't know if he's talking to you, Wild Bill, or.
I don't know.
Yeah. Because I haven't heard. Ali sing that song, so. Other now I'm curious. Let's see. Hopefully Trish will be right here in a second.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, thanks for the link, Robert. Sent a link to
Robert the Link Man.
Yeah. Robert the Link Man.
Cool.
Hello.
Oh, welcome back, Trish.
Hello.
Okay.
Hey.
So, did you want me to finish? I guess my review of the song.
I don't know what the hell just happened.
Okay. But yeah, as I was saying, I actually really love the song Ireland, and I actually felt like it was actually a nice song to end the album with. So, all in all, I mean, this album was actually like I told you, better than I expected, and I was actually surprised because I'll be honest with you. Some of, or at least a few of the previous Garth albums that we've covered so far, the last song on the album was usually one of the worst. Like, I mean, that's just how I feel. I always feel like it's almost like Garth ends most of his albums on a low note. But this one was actually a pretty high note, if that makes sense. So I thought it was like a really good song to end the album with, and I guess kind of like you guys, it's kind of like four, maybe 4.5. I mean, it's not like a heavy repeat worthy song, but it's definitely a song you can listen to like once, maybe twice in a row, and get this same feeling. Not to mention, I actually, even though the song is like 5 minutes long, I feel like it doesn't drag at all. It actually feels like a pretty solid, like 4 minute track, even though it's actually 5 minutes long. So,
We lost her again.
Huh. I wonder if she clicked on.
I gotta run a late direction.
Okay.
That was smooth right there. That was smooth. I hit the wrong freaking button.
Okay, I was wondering what happened. You just disappeared.
I was trying to type a message to Robert
Yeah.
while you were talking, so I wouldn't be rude and interrupt you. And I hit the wrong damn button, and my screen went, nope. I was like, anyway, what I was going to say was, thank you, Robert, for the link.
Oh yeah. While Bill and I were referring to him as the link man.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah. Thank you for the link, Robert. And he said he'll work on it. So yeah. But yeah. All in all, this album just. I mean, now I'm kind of anticipating the next album that we review, even though we still have one.
Oh God, I hope you're not disappointed.
Yeah. Oh wait.
This album, as a full album,
Yeah.
as far as good songs on the album,
Yeah.
this is one of his better albums.
Wait. So
To
actually,
me, there was only one song on the album that truly just sucked and didn't even really need to be on there.
wow. So I guess I was right all along. I mean, I didn't know what you thought when I was saying I feel like it's one of his better albums.
I would have to agree. I mean, it honestly almost reaches Gunslinger standard. Almost.
Oh, almost. If it wasn't for that one song, true.
Yeah, one for that one song.
Yeah.
Okay, now, guys, that is all of the songs that was originally on the album when it was really originally released in 95. It had 10 tracks. That was all of them.
Yeah.
However, when he re-released it in the box set, he added an extra track, and this was a bonus track that was actually a full-blown bonus track and was well worth it. Wild Bill, would you like to cover this one?
Yeah, this song is called To Make You Feel My Love. And for anybody who does not know, this song was for the soundtrack Hope Floats, which I've only ever seen one time, and I couldn't remember the movie if you asked me to. And but it's a good song. It's a story song. Actually, it's kind of to me because it's I haven't listened to this song a lot, and it's not that it's not a good song. It's just that this is gonna sound weird to me, but I don't like this song as much as I do She's Every Woman. To me, it's kind of like and I guess truth is I think I've only heard this song like 2 or 3 times, and the messed up part about it was when I was listening to this album the other day, I actually listened to the regular album and not this version of it, and I really didn't even listen to the song, so it was kind of like I thought I was like ready for the review, and I am thinking I'm like, oh my god, they got that song on there, and I didn't even listen to it, so it was like. So I'm sort of kind of lost. So I'm just gonna kind of like bow out and let y'all two discuss the song. Because
Okay, that's
I
not a
do like
problem.
it. It's a good. I do like it, and it is a good song.
Yeah.
It's just that I don't. I guess because I haven't listened to this in a long time, so I don't know much about it. So I'll let y'all two have the fun on this one.
Okay, Alvin, you want to
Okay.
give us your thoughts?
Okay. Now it's time to offend people, especially Garth fans. I've always hated this song.
Really?
Even when the music video used to play on CMT or VH1 Country, whenever the song come on or the video come on, I just like, when can the song be over? Like, I actually thoroughly despise the song, which that sounds weird. Like, I don't know. I feel like this is one of the Garth's. I feel like if I was to make like a list of like Garth's worst songs, I feel like this song would actually make that list or something. I don't know why. For some reason, the song just doesn't do something for me. I don't know why. Like, you would think it would because it is a love song or kind of like a sad love song or however you interpret lyrics and stuff, but it's just, I don't know, I just feel like it just doesn't do anything for me. I don't know if it's just the way Garth sings it, and it's not just Garth. Like, I've actually heard other versions of the song. I've heard like even Adele has covered this song before, and even she couldn't make me the song, and even Leah Michelle, believe it or not, Leah Michelle actually covered this song on Glee, on her show Glee before. And believe it or not, a lot of people actually think the song. Actually, a lot of people think that the song is an Adele song, but Adele wasn't even the first person to record it. Because if I get it correctly, I think this song was actually originally by Bob Dylan. I think I read.
Yes.
Yeah, Bob Dylan. Yeah. So, but yeah, it doesn't matter who sings a song. I don't know, for some reason I just can't get into it as much as I guess other songs. So I don't know why this song just disappoints me, especially when one of my favorite artists like chooses to perform the song. Like I told you, Leah Michelle. I was like, there's just something about this song. I just don't know why. I just can't get into it. So sorry. And even the video. I mean, I do kind of like some of the shots of Garth in the video. I'm not gonna lie, but the song just doesn't really think for me. So I feel like I'm torn. The part of me wants to give it 0 stars, like none at all. Then a part of me wants to give it 1 star, and then a part of me wants to give it like 2 or 2.5 just for effort. But I don't know. It's just one of those songs. So I guess I will lock in 2 stars, just to be generous. But it's definitely a song that I just prefer not to listen to, and for me, it's a skip. So I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm apologizing. It just
You don't have to apologize.
yeah, I think the reason I'm apologizing is for the simple fact is I know Garth released it. Like, as a singer, it has a music video. It is a song that seems to be covered by a lot of up and coming artists. A lot of, like I told you, Adele has covered it, Leah Michelle, and I mean, it just this song comes up every few years by a different artist. I don't know why. For some reason, it seems like every few years another artist chooses to cover this song, but sorry, I just can't get into it. But I mean, although I don't even know if I've seen the movie Hope Floats, so I don't know. I don't even know if that movie would make me love the song any less. So yeah, but yeah. So what are your thoughts on the song, Trish?
Okay, first, Robert said he loves this song and the movie Hope Floats, and he gives it 5 stars. Now, let me give you a little information. Yes, the song was originally written and sung by Bob Dylan. Yes, Adele did cover it. But I think the 2 biggest versions known currently are by Adele and Garth Brooks.
Yeah.
And it was the first song Garth ever had in a movie and on a soundtrack. To Make You Feel My Love is about, from the minute that they met, he knew they were meant to be together forever. And he would do anything for her. He would do anything to keep her safe and to make her happy. And it's just one of the most beautifully written songs I think I've ever heard. This is the one that made it well worth it as far as buying an album with a bonus track. This was the best bonus track that was in the entire box set. I absolutely love this song, and I give it 5 stars. I just think it's absolutely beautiful. And yes, there were 2 videos, but it's because the original video had movie footage. And then when he re-released it, I guess, he took the movie footage out. So it's just him walking around that same house and posing and stuff. But he shows a lot of emotion in his face, in his facial expressions in the video. And I even love it when he does it live, because I've heard him do it live a few times. I think it's absolutely beautiful, and I give it 5 stars. And there we go.
Yeah, and there we go. So yeah, it's. I don't know why. That's why I actually literally thought me and you were gonna hate the same song, Trish. But I don't know. But then you apparently love this one, and one of the song. Well, I guess the song "Rolling." I guess I didn't really care for it much either, but I'd still take that over this.
Oh God, no! Oh God, no! No!
Not you then.
No.
No.
Okay. Top 5 songs from the album.
Oh wait, who goes first?
Wild Bill.
Okay.
Oh man,
I think he's talking to someone. Al, you want to go first?
Oh wait. Oh.
No, I'm.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
No,
Okay,
I'm
go
good.
ahead.
No, let's see. The Fever. Okay, sorry. The Fever. Cowboys and Angels. That Old Wind. The Change. And probably the Beaches of Cheyenne.
Okay.
Interesting top 5.
Alvin.
Okay, my top 5. All right, now this was like really hard, but I think I finally settled. But yeah, my top 5 is Ireland, The Change. It's Midnight Cinderella, Beaches of Cheyenne, and my number 1 favorite. Because I mean, I actually discovered the song listening to them for the review, and it is "She's Every Woman." And if I was to pick an honorable mention, it would be "That Old Wind," but only for like the story song element.
Okay. Okay, my top 5 on this album are from 5 to 1. That Old Wind, The Change, It's Midnight Cinderella, She's Every Woman, and number 1 would be To Make You Feel My Love.
Wow. Like, me and Trish are like on the opposite ends of the.
Oh yeah, when it comes to that song, we are on opposite ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Okay, videos, The Change, and To Make You Feel My Love.
Okay. You to rank the videos. Okay. Well, Wild Bill, do you want to rank the videos first?
I'm not having. I'd have to say probably The Change, because I haven't seen the Hope Floats video that many times, but I have seen The Change a good little bit, so I would have to say probably my favorite.
Okay.
Alan?
But yeah, I feel like it's anonymous. But I mean, since well, at least for me, like why my choices. But yeah, I would say the worst video in this scenario, because it's like 2 videos. Where I guess 5 if you want to count every version.
Yeah.
Well, but yeah, I would say that second place or last place would definitely be To Make You Feel My Love, and The Change is my favorite video out of the rankings of these. And I possibly would actually rank The Change as one of Garth's best music videos, period, at least in my top 5. So yeah. So yeah, I mean, I just want to put it out there that The Change really, I really love that video.
Oh yeah.
So
Okay, well, mine is definitely number one, The Change, and number two, To Make You Feel My Love.
Okay.
So we actually all had the same exact.
Okay, even though To Make You Feel My Love is your favorite song on the album. Yeah.
But The Change was so powerful. It's hard not to pick that one as number one.
Yeah. I actually get that, but I'm actually surprised. I'll be honest with you, I actually learned that like this shows you just how, I guess, outclassed when it comes to like me being in a group like with Garth fans or something. Is by preparing for this review is when I actually found out that To Make You Feel My Love wasn't even originally on the album. It was for like a re-release or as a bonus track. I literally thought this song was originally on the album back in 1995 for some reason, but apparently it came on later on, like in 1998, I think. So around then, so yeah.
Okay. And that is the review for this album.
Yeah.
Now, our next one would be the Sevens album.
Seven. Okay. Oh no, for some reason I was thinking it was Scarecrow for some reason. I can't wait until we get to that album.
Me too. For some reason, I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Okay, Robert's top 5 from this album is That Old Wind, The Fever, It's Midnight Cinderella, To Make You Feel My Love, and The Change, in no particular order. You read my last comment, damn it. So our next review will be Sevens, which has 14 tracks. So that review will be a little longer.
Wait, 14? Oh my god.
Yeah, there's 14 tracks on that album.
Okay.
But now we'll have to schedule it for sometime in January. And guys, I'll have to get back up with you and see when you're both available.
Okay, so you can't really just pick a date on the top of your head right now?
No, I don't have a calendar.
Oh,
wait a minute.
Okay, well, I have a calendar. Would it be a Thursday or a Sunday that you're thinking?
Thursday. We always have to have Wild Bill on Thursday.
Oh, okay. Okay, Thursday. Well, sorry, I know. Oh, yeah, that's right. You don't even stream on Sundays anymore, so I forgot. Yeah,
actually, I was going to say, well, I don't know. It depends. Other people are doing stuff too, so Thursday should be good.
Okay.
Okay. Well, yeah, it looks like there's 5 Thursdays in January. The 2nd, the 9th, the 16th, the 23rd, and the 30th.
Okay, well, to give us enough time to listen, in case we're all busy, I say either the 16th, the 23rd, or the 30th.
Okay. So would the 23rd work? I mean, where it's just, to put it out there. I guess as we get closer to the date, we know if everybody's going to be available. But as of right now, I think the 23rd would work. Since today is the 19th, so because we usually do these reviews like a month apart. So. Yeah,
that's why I was trying to schedule it on one of those days because that's approximately a month later.
Yeah.
Well, Bill, I know it's kind of in the future, but do you think you'll be available that day?
Yeah.
I'll say yes now, but if something comes up, if I can't do it or something, I'll definitely let you know.
Okay.
And I just want to say, even though I love doing this with y'all guys, if something comes up and I can't do it, and you feel like you want to go ahead and do it, or if something comes up and you're like, well, I need to do this now because I can't reschedule it later, it wouldn't hurt my feelings if you went ahead and done it. I just wanted to let y'all know that just in case, something like that does come up, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm available the 23rd. You never know. But as long as we're all available, we'll do it on the 23rd of January. And that's the Sevens album.
Yeah. Sevens.
Now, before I wrap things up, there's a couple of announcements that I need to make. No, Bill has to be in the Garth reviews. Yes, we agree, Robert.
Yeah.
Wild Bill is doing a stream tomorrow, if I'm not wrong. Wild Bill,
Tomorrow at 8.
tomorrow at 8, Wild Bill is going to do a stream. And Alvin has a video debuting on, Alvin, is it Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday at 10:15 p.m. Eastern. So,
Okay.
so pretty well. I mean, because I picked your time. I mean, for me, it'll be 9:15 p.m.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Central Time. So, I mean, for any if there's anybody, I mean, that's Central Time like me, but
So it's 10:15 my time.
yeah, 10:15 your time, and if it helps, I will post the video link. I mean, in or at least announce it in the fan club and the Tripsters page.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I may even post it in my group. I mean that I started my news group because it is something. I mean that I'm debuting. So
Yeah. Okay, so I guess that is going to do it for now. Guys, don't forget, I will be back on Monday, which is the 23rd. And Wild Bill will be on tomorrow at 8, and Alvin's debut of his video will be Saturday at 10:15.
yeah, and I may do one last live stream before the end of the year, or probably around New Year's Eve. I just wanted to say that. So
Okay.
yeah.
So
Well,
you gonna be there tomorrow, church, or
I'm going to try my best.
okay? Appreciate it.
Okay. Try my best.
Okay, and remember, when you guys go live, you're more than welcome to use the messenger group to let everybody know that you're live.
Okay. Yeah.
And Alvin, you can do the same thing when your
Okay.
video debuts. Just pop a reminder in the group. Video is debuting now.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know if you want, because I wasn't like actually going live, but I am hoping to chat with some of my friends, like in the comments and stuff. I also wanted to point out there that this video is, I guess, kind of lengthy, but it's just there was a lot that going on today, so I felt like I was vlogging actually. So
Yeah.
So believe it or not, the video is almost an hour long. So it very well could be almost the length of a stream. So I mean, so I'd gladly talk to you guys in the comments. We can even comment on things that me or my sister say in the video.
Okay.
Because it is a video of me and my sister, and I gave her a couple of early Christmas gifts, and so
Okay, sounds good. All right, guys, that gives us just a smidge over a month to listen to the Sevens album. And if there's any videos that go along with it, I can't remember, but if there are, and I can find them anywhere online, I'll post them in the fan club. But guys, I guess thank you, Wild Bill and Alvin, for joining me for the review. And for Wild Bill, Alvin, and myself, that is going to do it for now. This is Ice Pets Queen, and we are tripping out.